What's up, everybody? I'm Ace Trainer Jay, and this is the second part of the Burger King video. This is where I'm going to be going through the toys and finally the golden cards. I can't wait. I'm so glad I actually have all of the toys. Because like you guys know, I lost nearly all of them. I still had the Dragonite, the Electabuzz, and the Nidoqueen keychains. But that was it. Everything else is gone. All the cards and everything. So I'm so glad I got these. There's a Rhyhorn. And a Lapras. Look at that. There's a Tauros. And a Bulbasaur. And I think this thing is from the movie. The thing that spit the clones out, but I'm not positively sure. Half of them came with that and half of them came with a Pokeball. Here's a disgruntled Venusaur. And this is my favorite one. It's so cute. And Nidoran male. Oh, and all these work. I had a Slowpoke. My Slowpoke eventually quit working. There's Rapidash. And Arcanine. And I think Rapidash and Arcanine make sense as launchers. They're pretty fast Pokemon. And then we got this goon. A Slowpoke as a launcher. Alright. I'm pretty sure the launcher would move faster than the actual Pokemon. Here's the plushies. My nails dirty? Plushies. Some of these are very deformed. But they're in really good condition. They all have the tags and everything. A little, yeah, lumpy Butterfree. Here's a lumpy Togepi. And here's a flimsy Golbat. Look at them. I like how they're just felt wings. But I'm so glad they're in the condition they're in. They're actually very, very good condition. There's a Poliwhirl. And here's an Oddish. Clearly these are not to scale because it's a humongous Oddish. And they're so... got little felt, just felt leaves. And here's a Snorlax. Oh, here's Snorlax. And here's Oddish. Not to scale. Here's Gyarados. The poor thing. Look at him. Only thing terrifying about him is the quality. Well, maybe not the quality, but... And here's a... Looks like he came straight from the movie when Snorlax smashed him. His little whiskers. So those are the beanbags. Oh, and here's the Pikachu. He doesn't talk. He's supposed to, but he doesn't now. And here's the Rev Tops. This is probably very dangerous. I probably shouldn't do this on this table. I remember the tables in Burger King when these came out. All the kids would play with them on the table and they would scuff the table so bad. I'm probably one of those kids to blame for it. Magnemite, Diglett, Ditto. Oh, what's wrong with Ditto's face? Dirty. And a Golem. I think Golem's one of the cutest Pokemon. Well, in the face. I don't understand what's going on here. And him, why would he... Oh. He's gonna go flying. But they all work very well. I'm glad for that. I'm happy. Jigglypuff. Terrifying Jigglypuff. Chansey. Tangela. Graveler. These are all very heavy. Venonat. And a Coughing. I feel like he'd be, you know those toys you get from the dollar store, you pull a string and they shake? This is what he reminds me of, just because his lumps. His coughing lumps. His Clefairy. And a Voltorb. Very disgruntled Voltorb. And we're going to move on to the Squirters. Some of these were soft. 2 of them were hard. But here's a Seadra. With something on his face. Psyduck. Tentacruel. Get over here. Squirtle. Poliwag. Ah, there they went. But these are all, like everything else, is in very good condition. Oh, there's these little scuffs. I guess whoever had them before got paint on them. But other than that, all their paint is on there. The paint that's supposed to be on there. Plus some. Here's a Kabuto. I never liked Kabuto. That was my favorite, my sister's favorite Pokemon. Kabuto. Not Kabutops. She loved Kabuto. And, alright. Poliwrath. And then here's the two. They were hard. They've got, ooh, buttons. If you depress. Shelter and Blastoise. And then here's the keychains. They're all a mess, and I feel really bad for that. Here's a Nido Queen. Let me see. These are the ones I still had. They're still connected to one of my bags. These three. And mine are so wore out because I had them. I moved them from backpack to backpack. I made sure I had them on me. The paint's so wore out on mine. These ones are really good though. Here's a Sandshrew. And I don't, like, look what color he is. He's like, you can't really tell the color. Both of them, Sandslash and Sandshrew. They're more neon yellow than, you know, the brown. But here's a Nidoking. My sister and I, when we were little, we made our own Pokemon movies, and we used these figures as the characters in the movie. We even went to the extremes of tying fishing string to them and pulling them around the table so we wouldn't have our hands in the videos. And I wish I still had those videos. They tickle me to death. We'd go back and watch them years later, and we would laugh at what losers we were. We had our own Pokemon movies. And the Vaporeon figure I have, it's not in the Burger King set, but that one was always the princess. It doesn't matter what we did. That was always the princess. Hitmonlee. And I was still thinking of Kabutops. Cubone. And I recently read somewhere that these are not cracks. These are where his tears have eaten through the skull. And that's pretty depressing. But I always thought they were cracks. I think that's just one of those Pokedex. Oh, look, there's his little Burger King stamp. That's just one of those Pokedex entries where they're adding to it, or adding to the character, I guess. And Geodude, I hated this. Absolutely hated this keychain because he was so huge. Like, this is the normal size. This is how big all of them are. And then you get this guy over here. He was just huge. I didn't like it. I never had him on any of my stuff. Here's, oh, there's Gengar. Here's a Raichu. The light ups. Mine sadly don't light up. Gengar was my favorite one. My absolute favorite toy out of all these. Besides Mew, of course. But I wish he lit up. He looked so vicious. I don't know if vicious is the right word, but he looked pretty terrifying. And here's Charmander. His is his arm. His little flame lit up. And here's my baby. My sister was never allowed to play with Mew. That was mine and mine only. I just don't like Mew's little eyebrows. And I lost it. Its little eyes light up. Light up red, but its eyes are blue. You can't really see it. But mine, I always lost the tail for it. All the time. I'd get so distraught. Like I would quit playing because I couldn't find the toy, or find the tail. And here's Mewtwo. I actually got this from another lot. I got a Mewtwo with the lot, but my sister's favorite Pokemon is Mewtwo. So I bought another one on eBay. This one's still in the bag. Actually, no, the bag's not closed. But this one actually lights up. And he was so... he's just terrifying. But shut them off. And a lot of times, we had so many Mewtwo's, and a lot of times they would die because when we throw them back in our box, or we had a bag, I think big Pokemon bag, his tail would move as we put them in there, and the batteries would die. But we had bukus upon bukus of these toys. Like I said, my aunt worked there, and I got everything I wanted because it was Pokemon. Now we're going to go through the cards. Ooh, zoom out. We've got Jigglypuff and Pikachu, Togepi and Poliwhirl, and this is the only thing wrong with this, is Poliwhirl has a dent. I'll probably be buying a new one. He's even dented over here. I'll probably be buying a new one of those eventually. Charizard and Mewtwo. And way back when these were $1.99, now you look them up and they're like 20 bucks. And these are, of course, the blue boxes. There's another set. They're exact same cards, but a red set. And here's, ooh, they're still in the plastic, and I'm not going to open them up. I want to buy a red set, the ones from the red box, already out of plastic, so I can display them correctly. Because these, you just put them on the shelf, and honestly, I don't know if this is actually Mewtwo in this Pokeball. I sure hope to gods it is, but who knows. And inside, I wish I could show you guys. Of course, you've seen them before. Surely to gods you have. But they got there's a stand in there. You put the gold card in there, and there's a plate of authenticity. And we had, we had duplicates of everything. We had duplicates of these too. And we took one of our sets. This is my sister and I. I'm not saying we, as in there's 50 million people in my head. But my sister and I, we took some of the cards out of their plastic. They come in a plastic protector. And they got all, I guess it's where they're not 24 karat gold. But they got wore out, and they got lumpy, bumpy, whatever. This is still in the plastic. This one is kind of open, but I'm not going to open the rest of the way. And I'm really surprised Togepi had its own thing. It had its own beanbag and its own card, because this is when the first movie came out, and Togepi wasn't in the first generation. I was trying to read, forgot what I was saying. 23 plated carat, 23 karat, whatever, 23 karat gold plated trade card. Oh, and this is what it looks like. The front and the back. What's it say? Does it say something on it? I can't remember what they said. Oh. Well, let's look at the other ones. Because I haven't seen one of these in person in so long. Yeah, I see them on the internet all the time, but they actually do. Oh, it's got, Tadpole Pokemon. It's got all this hoopla. Made in China, 1999. Look at that sweet pixelation. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, subscribe. I've still got more things to go through. I've got more things to show you guys. Go down to the description. Be sure to follow those links and do what you do. I really appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. I'm not just saying that, but I really, really do. Stay tuned for the next video. Toodles!